everybody, and welcome back to this week's McInnes Marketing Minute. Jay, if you could please just tear yourself away from tanning right now.
Taking it in.
This is an exciting one, not just because of the beautiful day, but because we're actually filming this from our upcoming listing, which is coming to market on Monday.
Can't wait.
So if you're watching this, you're getting a sneak preview of 349 Delta Avenue in Burnaby here in the ever-desired Capitol Hill.
It just deserves a round.
Oh yeah, we're going to include some B-roll footage for you as well, so you're going to be able to check out the space. But let's jump to it. Let's get to the March 2021 market update, shall we?
I was born in March, for the record, March 19th. This March 19th.
What year?
This was a great birthday, and this is my birthday month.
This was 40 years ago that we
The people won't believe
celebrated.
that. Not by looking at me.
They celebrated the day. Is that intentionally why you clean shaved today?
I will
To make yourself look younger forever? Trying to look
29
younger?
is 29, and that's fine. I'm almost 30.
I'm going to leave, because it is your birthday month, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to just leave it there and allow it. My gift to you, sir. But yes, what I want to do with this market video is, you'll probably agree with me on this, now that the market is where it is, there's so much stuff going around on social media, you know, friends are talking, you're seeing stuff on the main mass media? On the mass media, on like news channels and things. So there's a lot of noise going around with various different 10-year averages, this price, this house sold for 400,000 and above, record this, record that. I want to break it down to just keep it simple to what really defines where the market is at, and that's year over year numbers. So year over year numbers, where are we? Inventory levels are down 4.8%. Sales demand is up 126%. 126%, Jay. And we're pretty much 5% down on inventory levels. That's what sums the market up right now.
It's crazy, and it has hit all segments and all areas, as we've seen. The valley, the city. Yeah, those numbers are quite telling. I think we need to let them sink in for a minute.
It's almost like a moment of silence.
We probably should. For an easy to access market, a moment of silence, it's gone.
There's no moments of silence in this market. It's go, go, go. But those are staggering numbers. And I will preface this, when we're comparing year over year, don't forget that... Don't forget that March last year, mid-March, was really when the lockdown first came in and COVID-19 came in. And we were already at a really hot market at that point. The first 2 weeks of March were extremely hot, but the second 2 weeks were significantly slower. So these numbers are still staggering, but we're not comparing a normal month with a normal month.
Yeah, as we all remember back then, we had started gaining momentum finally in about September 2019. And September to March, that 6-month window, we were back in multiples like it was now.
Yeah.
Back to multiples, and then
it just got hotter and hotter.
The old virus rolled in.
So, and I mean, you can talk about the sales to active ratio right now.
So the sales to active, is your initials on your cuff?
Those are my initials on my cuff, yeah.
Interesting. Is it on both cuffs or just that?
It is on both cuffs.
Oh, okay. The sales to active, as we all know...
You wish you were this gangster. Now you've seen that.
I'm going to leave that right there. That 20% sales to active is technically classed as seller's market. So we're going to give a blended, meaning all inventory types, all product types. We're at 62.49. 62, that is, for all those who can also do math, over three times that starting point for a seller's market. Now, the interesting part, as we were just discussing, the townhouse market, 79.9.
Yeah, that's just...
So 80%, 4 times hitting that seller's market aspect. So if you're in the townhouse market as a seller, just put it on, pick a price and go.
But a little caveat to that, if you do have a townhouse, it's listed and it's not selling, you're overpriced.
That is perspective.
That is. The market is 4 times as busy in than a regular seller's market, and you're not selling. That is a telltale sign.
And you got a problem.
But and so on that front, I will say one thing as something that we're seeing a lot at the moment is, if you've got a budget of say 800,000, bearing in mind those numbers that we've just spoken about, if you've got a budget of something like 800,000, you need to be looking in your right range, and you need to be working with a realtor. And this is not me just plugging us here, but you need to be working with somebody who understands the marketplace or is actually going to be able to do the research into the marketplace. Because we've had quite a few buyers who have ended up coming to us because they've been unsuccessful elsewhere. They've sent us a couple of properties which they're interested in. They have a budget of 800,000. I mean, they're looking at properties that are listed for like 830,000. I mean, there are the anomalies out there, but they're exactly that, the anomalies out there. They're not a rule of thumb. You know, most of these places, they're even still shocked when it's listed at 830 and it sells for 850, 860, 870. Taking those numbers into account, especially if you're looking at townhouses, you're looking at a market which is 3 to 4 times as busy as the usual seller's market. And you're wanting people to drop $30,000 off of the price?
A strategy that I think, especially for first-time buyers right now, if your budget is 800, you need to be looking in the 750 range. If you've got 800 as we'll call it a loose ceiling. And go look on the market. Your realtor can obviously do this from the back end. You can see days on market. Don't look at things that are 0, 1, 2, 3 days on market. 2 showings this week and looking at offers on Sunday. Look at things that are 12 days, 15, 20 days on market, that for whatever reason, and I do feel with all these crazy numbers that there is a slight breath being taken in the market right now. Go to those places and look at those places that have been on a week. They said we're going to look at offers on Sunday and they didn't get anything. And those guys you're going to have a bit more time with, and maybe not a lot of price flexibility, but you're definitely going to have the flexibility to put those subjects in. So just a little food for thought, especially for first-time buyers trying to get into this craziness. There's little kind of tweaks you can do to give yourself a little bit more breathing room.
That's it, guys. We'll work with your realtor on that one. That sums us up for this week. We're going to enjoy the beautiful sun now. Jay, I think it's your turn to make margaritas, and we'll see you next week, guys.